Now, you've probably heard of eharmony, and you've probably heard of their compatibility profiles, as well as their um, claims of over 438 marriages every day, which is a very high percentage of marriages, considering now what most people have probably not looked as far into is the actual inner workings of the website. Now I'm going to go over these really quick with you here, but this is generally the page that you enter when you first log in. You can add a picture here as a cover photo for people visiting your profile. You get a little picture here of yourself. If you go to the right here, these are just additional questions you can answer for the compatibility profile. Going a little bit further here, you can go up to the settings. These are questions that were already pre-answered in the initial sign up that you can answer. It's just a lot of different questions. It doesn't take too long. It took about 5 to 10 minutes, but as you can see, they ask a lot of specifics. It doesn't take long, and it gives you a really good idea of the compatibility you're going to get with someone. Now, something a little bit different than your normal dating site here. As you can see, they just match you up with only a certain amount of people. Now, if you were to sign up as a member, you get more people to look through. The pictures are not being shown because as a free member, you do not get to see the individual's pictures. But something a little bit interesting that you'll find here, this is an example of the cover photo, by the way, is that you can actually message the users. I'll show you that in just a second. But as you can see, you can get more details into the profiles here. So you go left and right, go back here, go here, for example, someone with a little bit more detail into their profile. And as you can see, it took a little bit more time to fill it out. You get a little bit more direct information in regards to the profile. Now, what I was highlighting here is that you can do a couple things here. You can send a smile, you can view photos if you were a member, and if you click into the messaging here, this is a little bit different than your standard dating website. You can actually ask specific questions like a questionnaire to see if they match your compatibility or not completely. Uh, in addition to that, not all websites offer this. A lot of them don't really let you even message, but through eharmony here, you can actually send a certain amount of messages through for free, talk to your matches and see how it goes for a little bit. If it's working out for you, you can upgrade your membership to talk to a little bit broader range of people, have a little bit more features, a little bit more security, and all that kind of stuff. It's worth the extra cost. Now, it's a pretty straightforward website, pretty easy to dig around. Inbox here, profile here. Getting your compatibility matches is just simply visiting this on a daily basis. It's not too hard to figure out. It's a pretty simple website. Of course, they have their safety tips down here. You get a little bit more information, just different guidelines and how to be secure using the website. Just scrolling back up, they even have videos there, as you can see. You can get the advice as well. It's you get a whole bunch of advice, a blog, little dating tips, relationship tips, all this kind of stuff. It really help you with your dating lifestyle. Now, in addition to that, there's also a page if you're still a little bit shaky about using the website that lists basically all these success stories that have happened through the website very recently and on an everyday basis, as I mentioned at the beginning. If it's something you want to check out, it's worth checking out. It's essentially completely free. You're not going to essentially lose any money just trying it out for free, but it is recommended to check out the memberships. So you can see here, this is just some more of the different tips and tricks and things like that. But if you were to consider membership, just click the upgrade now button at the top right of the page. Loads right up here. Now there's two different plans you can consider. The basic plan, as you can see here, you can view your matches profiles and just access to the book of you, which is basically your profile. Now obviously with a basic membership you get a little bit more such as seeing your matches profiles, who's viewing you, and of course sending and receiving unlimited messages. As a free member, you can only send so many. Total Connect gives you all of this, plus you get your ID verified. You can actually talk back and forth to someone via their secure call phone line directly through the website, and a premium book of you, which is basically a more detailed profile page to better attract compatibility. In addition to some of the other things that they don't mention in this particular drop down, is you get more matches to choose through and all this kind of stuff. Now these are the prices here, as you can see. They're not too pricey. You could start out smaller if you'd like. But you can see, as you can tell, you get some discounts going on here, and depending on which package best suits you. Now there's also the Total Connect, which is a little bit higher, but as you can see, you get a little bit more features. Other than that, the website's pretty nice to use by itself for free, but if you want a little bit more features, you want a little bit more compatibility, and basically a little bit more exposure to you and your profile, if you're really serious about taking the dating, um, it's definitely worth it to try it out, at least for a little bit, and see how it works out for you. Thanks for listening in.